I have been living in Hamburg for the past 2 years, and every single day I would complain about how much I dislike the city. I don't like the people, I don't like the weather, I don't like the buildings, and all this time I did not realize that the problem was never the city. The problem was always me. Because since stopping my nicotine addiction and since I started to believe in God, I really have realized that so many things where I would think all the circumstances are the problem, the truth was that it was me all along. And of course, certain circumstances are going to make certain habits a lot easier to follow. But at the end of the day, you can make anything happen, no matter where you are in the world. Having this extreme contrast from Sydney to Hamburg and getting up every morning with the ocean right in front of the door, with 20 degrees at 5 a.m. and the beautiful sunrise beaming over the entire ocean, of course, coming to Hamburg and comparing that, it is a huge difference. But that does not mean that you cannot get up early in Hamburg. That does not mean that you cannot exercise early in the mornings outside. It doesn't mean that any of those things are impossible. It simply means that they are going to be a lot more difficult. And this was one of my number one things that I constantly complain about, that it's so cold and rainy and dark in the morning, and this is just not motivating enough to get up. Nobody's getting up here that early in the morning until I did. And now where I have gotten rid of all my negative habits in my life and I am really starting to get up early and I go outside, and believe it or not, there are actually a lot of people outside at 6 a.m., at 7 a.m. But I was the only one who wasn't out there, continuously complaining about nobody being out there. So you see how so often in life, this is the problem. You are going to blame your circumstances, you are going to blame the people around you, you are going to blame the place that you're in, and at the end of the day, the only person that is really to blame is ourselves. And this makes me laugh a little bit because it just makes you realize that at the end of the day, you have everything under control. There were so many things before where I thought I don't have control over, and now where I know that every problem can always be related back to me, not every single one, but at least your reaction to it, that really means that you have control over your emotional state always. And the other great thing is that now where I am getting up early and now where I just put on warm clothes and I go outside, it doesn't matter if it's raining a little bit or if it's dark or if it's freezing cold, because the best thing about it is that afterwards, I feel so much more proud of myself than if I was to go for a sunrise walk in Sydney, because everybody goes for sunrise walks in Sydney. There are so many people that are going to be down by the beach, so really if you're not there, you are more the outlier. But here in Hamburg, of course there are people, but it's not crazy packed. So you know that you are probably one of the few percent who got themselves up in the morning and who went out there no matter what. And that is a really great feeling. So now I always have this challenge for myself that especially when I don't feel like it, and especially when I cannot be asked to do something at the specific place that I am at or in the current mood that I'm at, then I am definitely going to do it, because that feeling afterward is priceless. And I now realize that a person who is passionate about something is always going to find a million ways to do something, even when all odds are against it. And at the same time, so many people are going to find a million excuses to not do that exact same thing. So the question is, which person do you want to be? And is there maybe some things in your life where you have been looking for excuses instead of just overcoming that inner voice that tells you, well, I can't do it because right now it just doesn't work. And maybe it is time to realize that after all, you are the problem and nothing or nobody else. Because now, having realized this about Hamburg, I'm so incredibly grateful that the last few months that I'm going to be spending here are going to be me being at peace with the city that I'm at. It is not going to be me complaining all the time. I am not going to annoy my friends and family anymore with the same worries over and over and over again. And then there was this question I asked myself after having realized this: would I live in Hamburg long term? Absolutely not. But am I going to spend another second complaining about how horrible this city is, like I have done for the past 30 years of my life? Definitely never again. And to be able to say this, I'm never going to do this again, is a really wonderful feeling. And I hope that you are going to find those areas in your life where you are going to be able soon to say that exact same thing.